Summer, so great to have you here. Congrats on the fundraising announcement.
I'm excited to be here.
To start, love to just hear from your view, what is Temporal?
We are an open source platform which ensures durable execution of your code. What that means is you write a function, and during the execution of a function, if a failure happens, we remember all of the state. And then we seamlessly or transparently resurrect that function on a different host along with that state and continue executing where you left off without you as a developer kind of worrying about all of the underlying details, essentially. So in a nutshell, that is what we define as durable execution, and Temporal is the platform which brings durable execution to life, essentially.
The company was started before AI, and obviously the use case is great for agentic use cases as well, just given the steps and guarantees and retries and all the logic involved. Could you maybe just talk about kind of your journey going to sort of this AI wave, and what do you see when developers are building agents?
Yeah, so both me and my co-founder Max, we were big believers that even in back in 2009, 2010, when we were working on simple workflow at AWS, that software engineering is broken,
Yeah.
essentially. Because why it's so hard? What we saw again and again as more and more of the applications are adopting cloud native environment, majority of the engineering is not implementing your business logic. Almost 80-90% of your engineering is things like retries,
Yeah.
things like state management, things like guaranteeing completeness or handling all sorts of failures. Developers started kind of spending most of their time is not innovating. So that was the journey that we started on, is how can we democratize distributed systems? Can we simplify applications? And if we felt durable execution was really, really necessary for pre-AI world, I think that problem is about to go on steroids with the whole agentic world, which means the value is going to be how do you provide an operating system, a platform
Exactly.
to put these applications in production with all of
Exactly.
the right guardrails.
Yeah. I know you have plenty of, Fortune 500, Global 2000 customers as well. Many of them are obviously getting into the AI economy, building agents, internal, external. What would be your best advice, having worked with some of them, having seen, the best of best, including the likes of OpenAI?
I think one of the challenge that I see a lot is this whole agent space is evolving so fast. Is literally like every time you take a bet, by the time you build something, there is something new. They are now replacing that one. So one of our strategy is, at least for Temporal, is there is no clear winner.
Yeah.
All these organizations should be experimenting. So we did an integration with OpenAI's Agentic SDK back in August last year. We did one with Pedantic. We are working with a lot of other companies. I think the real value we see for software is putting these applications in production.
That's right.
And this is where Temporal gives those organizations optionality without tying themselves into like a specific platform.
In 5 years, where do you see software engineering be, and what is Temporal's role in that new paradigm?
In 5 years, who we call a developer, that definition will look very different. And there will be insanely large number of those people out there. There will be insanely large number of applications out there. I think the way I see value shifting is building a core foundation. How do you run all of those, operationalize all of those applications? And I am hoping there will be an explosion of use cases or number of applications for Temporal in the next 5 years as this platform shift happens.
So you build a great company, technology, the people, the growth. Why Sapphire? Why did you pick to partner with us?
One key thing that I value the most is like connection with the partner that I'm working with. Casper, I think you're clearly an outlier essentially in terms of your thoughtfulness. The technology that we are building it's a hard space for a VC to come in and then able to grasp like, oh, this big platform shift happening and the role that we are positioning ourselves to kind of play in that platform shift. I think the depth that you bring into those conversations I was super impressed by that. On top of that, in this era of explosion of apps, there is a gigantic opportunity for an large traditional enterprise to kind of how do they adopt this big platform shift. And I think this is where Sapphire is a very differentiated one.
Awesome, Summer. Thanks for being here.
Thanks a lot for having me. It was awesome discussion.
Perfect. We're pumped.